A good Sunday midday, everyone. Roger Hill with the VELCO Weather Hazards Outlook. This VELCO Weather Hazards Outlook showing the large-scale features with the trough of lower pressure. We have snow that's been working on in, and this is going to be some low-level moisture that'll bank up and bring us a little bit of flurry action, and it has been doing that. Just a little bit of those styrofoam balls, those snow grains, snow pellets, and that's going to continue off and on as temperatures make a rise into the upper 30s, in some cases close to 40 degrees for this afternoon. It looks like we're going to see this flow of air push on out with a big ridge of higher pressure building in, 1035 hectopascal, and that's going to control our weather basically on Monday with some decent solar generation as well, with a lot of clear skies and bright sunshine. We'll see a lot of mid and high level clouds then push into the region on Tuesday, but still a good dry project weather day as it looks right now. The caveat would be perhaps some western parts of Vermont, Champlain Valley, might see a little bit of encroachment of some showers of wet snow beginning to work on into the region. This is an important storm in terms of it's going to bring us a shot of potentially moderate to even briefly heavy snowfall. That's all going to come down, it looks like, on Tuesday night. That's going to transition over to sleet, some spotty freezing rain, and fairly quickly some rain shower activity to end the storm system on its backside, as it should end warmer. We'll take a look at the computer modeling, but first, here's the temperature situation. Northwesterly flow bringing in the colder air, and of course we're kind of flirting with marginally cold enough temperatures, and those temperatures are already making it into the 40s, and this warmer air is going to be pushed aside for a time as we're going to get into some cooler than slightly below normal temperatures through much of this week. European on the left-hand side, we have the GFS on the right-hand side, both these deterministic models. You can see a little bit of snow shower or flurry action here. Temperatures marginally close enough to produce a little rain shower activity near Lake Ontario where the water temperatures are a little warm. Consequently, this colder air kind of sliding in with this trough. And as we move the model ahead in time, we see an area of higher pressure begin to build across the Great Lakes. This is going to afford some pretty fine weather that kicks in on Monday tomorrow. That 1035 hectopascal area of higher pressure fairly strong, GFS in really good agreement. And then we have this storm system. This is more of a southerly latitude. And this could be what could be the start of a setup, a little bit more of an El Nino look, if you will, with some subtropical jet stream moisture. That's going to work on into an area of rain. It's going to run into the colder air where this area of higher pressure has brought to our local region. And consequently, we're looking at some wet snow. This all develops basically, this is about 03Z. That would be about 10 o'clock on Tuesday evening. So encroachment, this makes a track into the region. You can see some moderate, possibly even heavy snow. GFS is indicating a little bit quicker shot over to some mixed precipitation types such as sleet that's not going to accrue very much. But we might get somewhere between 1 and locally 5 inches of total snow. A lot of us seeing somewhere between 2 and 4 inches. And what snow does fall will be that wet type high water content snow, and that's going to stick to the trees and whatnot, and things are going to droop. But as we get into some warmer air and temperatures basically are only in the low 30s through the night, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning looks like we're going to see that change back to rain showers, and all of that's going to unload somewhere probably a little bit after daybreak on Wednesday morning as those temperatures make a nice rise. And we're just left going to see some leftover either scattered flurry action or even just leftover light rain shower activity. That's going to push on out. Another ridge of higher pressure will bring us some decent weather for Thursday. It looks like a lot of sunshine. However, there's some kind of a frontal boundary that's going to be setting up here, and this next system is going to be starting to show that frontal boundary. You can see it kind of shoots up and down here, and this is where that cold boundary will be. Warm to the south, cold to the north, snow to the north, rain to the south, and so on. And it looks like this will be the next system to move in beyond the period. This will be valid on Saturday, and that will spin up as another area of low pressure departing, another coastal low as it exits out of the region. Miller B type nor'easter, too late for basically northern New England to really have major effects. This is 3-hourly QPF, the GFS ensemble centered on the grid point of Montpelier. You can see just a little bit of an uptick here. of a couple hundredths of an inch, and that's indeed a little bit of flurry action we're seeing on this Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. That then dries on out. We're getting into better conditions. We have this area of higher pressure and control up until the time we get into Tuesday night. Tuesday night, Wednesday system right here. And then that little bit of an uptick, perhaps with a little follow-up of some sort of flurry action, but very, very limited. And another area of higher pressure will build into the region. The GFS ensemble is not in that much of a better agreement here with the European. So that's kind of lowered confidence, and take it with a grain of salt. However, this is the main effort here, and it looks like it's just one main push. We're looking at probably total somewhere between 6 and 7/10 of an inch of total QPF. Melted precipitation. Most of that will fall on the front end as wet snow, and then a little bit of sleet, freezing rain, and then all terrain. 850 hectopascal temperatures, about the slice of the atmosphere atop Mount Mansfield, about this elevation here. And you can see the 0-degree isotherm is just barely reached, and that bodes well to see a lot more in the form of wet snow than a little bit of mixed precipitation types. That's what it's looking like currently with the GFS ensemble. Looking at wind as well, this is going to be our main utility issue. We're going to see wind gusts above the 40-knot range into 50 knots. And yes, indeed, this would occur along about Tuesday night into the early morning hours on Wednesday. Looking at total precipitation types, it's a little bit of a mix, as you might guess. This is going to be snow. We start to see snow on the front side. That changes over to rain, a little bit of mixture of sleet, potentially spotty freezing rain. We end mostly as rain showers. A little bit more gibberish with that next weather system. Again, some wet snow showers, maybe some rain showers and whatnot. Total QPF from the Weather Prediction Center. This is for the next 7 days total. So you're looking at around an inch here with the blue line. This is running about 1.5 inches. So the further south and east you go, the more rainfall you're going to see, the more precipitation you're going to see melted. And the further north and west you go, the least or lesser amounts. Not a lot to see here, but we have a little bit of an influx of slightly more either near normal to slightly cooler than normal temperature anomalies at 2 meters. And then a warm-up out west is taking place. But all in all, you're going to see that things actually cool down east of the Rockies. This is the next 5 days of high temperatures from the Meteorological Output Statistics, or MOS, running about 3 degrees below normal. And again, about 3 days later, it does get a little bit cooler across most of the country here. We hold basically running about 0, neutral, to 3 degrees below normal weighted temperatures for the next days of high temperature. Where do we stand for 2023-2024 winter so far? Well, as we get into the month, approach the month of December, we're looking at below normal up until a little bit of an uptick at the end of October, the first part of November, and ever since then it's a little bit more of a downtick. This again is all of the northern hemisphere. Looking at North America, it looks like this, and then looking at Eurasia, looks like this. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, thanks for watching.